Hey guys, welcome back to World of Tanks. My name is Bruce and today I want to explain how you can boost your World of Tanks economy and make millions of credits only by unloading your garage and by applying some smart tips during each battle. Let's go. If you are a free-to-play player and if you want to unlock and purchase regular tech tree tanks, you constantly need credits. In this video I will show you how to boost your World of Tanks economy so that you will never ever again lack credits. I divided my video into 4 parts. Feel free to skip the one that you already know. I will start off with how to free up credits. If you have been playing World of Tanks for a long time, you have gained lots of achievements and your garage is full of stuff that you can sell because you do not need it anymore. This way you can free up lots of credits. Secondly, if your goal is to make credits, you should adjust your gameplay to be more efficient. This is what I will talk about in the second part. Thirdly, I will show you how to temporarily boost your income, and last but not least, I will give you some general guidance, some general tips and tricks. So without further ado, let's start with chapter 1. Chapter number 1 is about instantaneously getting millions of credits simply by freeing up credits from stuff that you have in your garage. But before I tell you how you can free up credits, let me tell you that there's a bonus code later on in this video. So if you're interested in World of Tanks premium account, in credits and in a free premium tank, then simply keep watching the video. And this bonus code will be for a player who is setting up a new account. Alright, so how can you free up credits? Well, everything is in, or I should say most of the stuff is in your depot. So click on depot and then you will find all the equipment and all the stuff that you have. So of course you do not want to sell equipment, but you have consumables and you have modules and you have shells. Now you cannot sell crew books, however you want to once in a while sell all your consumables, your modules and also your shells, all the stuff that you do not need anymore. Now, so let's see how much credits we can make simply by selling all this stuff. Alright, so simply by selling all the shells, all the modules and then all the premium consumables except for the automatic fire extinguisher, I could make approximately 6 million credits just by selling all this stuff. Besides equipment, consumables and stuff like that, there's also other things that you can sell. So click on exterior and then go to decals and to emblems, and there are some of them that you can actually sell. So click on decals and then just right click on the one, and as you can see you cannot sell this one. However, there are a couple of ones that you can actually sell. So for example, if I want to sell this one, I can. I have 3 of those. Each is 44,000 credits. So if I simply click on sell, I make 132,000 credits simply by selling this this decal. Now same applies for emblems. So let's for example click on this one. As you can see, 10,000. Now I have 3 of them as well. So I make 30,000 credits simply by selling this. And I don't know how you play World of Tanks, but I actually never use emblems. I rarely use decals, but of course I want to sell all the decals and emblems that I can sell in order to make credits. So let's see how much credits we can make with simply selling all the decals and all the emblems. So simply by selling all the decals and emblems, I could make another million credit. So chapter 2 is about adjusting your gameplay to be more efficient. And so what should you do in your regular battle, you know, for every game? In my opinion, if you want to make credits, you should play without premium consumables whatsoever. You should not play with directive unless you do have enough directives of a particular type. You should try to use as much standard ammunition as possible and not use premium ammunition. You should try to shoot standard AP on the weak spots of the tank instead of simply farming or trying to farm your adversary tanks with premium ammunition. And of course, auto aiming does not help you. So try to manually aim at the weak spots of the adversary tanks and use only standard ammunition instead of the expensive premium ammunition. The other thing is play with standard consumables. So I always play with the standard fire extinguisher, with the standard small repair kit, and then with the small first aid kit. And let's take a look at the differences of the small repair kit and then the large repair kit. So Wargaming has changed how it works, and so nowadays even the small repair kit repairs all destroyed or damaged modules. So no matter how many damaged modules you have on a tank, a small repair kit will repair them all. Just like the large repair kit, you know, in previous days in World of Tanks. The only difference is the cooldown time for large repair kit is 60 seconds and the cooldown time for a small repair kit is 90 seconds. So you gain 30 additional seconds. Same applies for the med kit. So let's take a look at the med kit. Where is it? It's right here. So the small first aid kit once again is 90 seconds, whereas the large first aid kit is 60 seconds. And then same applies for the fire extinguisher. As you can see, also 90 seconds for the small one compared to 30 seconds for the large one. So same applies for all those three types of consumables. Now, the difference is the small consumables only cost 1,500. Right now they are on discount, so they only cost 750, but the regular price is 1,500. Whereas the large consumables cost 10,000. Same applies for the national rations. So if you would fit your tank with small consumables, then the cost of using the repair kit and the med kit, which is kind of usual for standard battle, is only 3,000 credits, whereas it is 20,000 if you use the large repair kit and the large first aid kit. If you would also use the fire extinguisher in a battle, if you get lit on fire, then the cost of using all three would be 4,500 compared to 30,000. So that's a huge difference, and this way you can save a lot of credits. Even if you can manage to buy those during a period of discount, even if you would use the small repair kit and you would only have paid 750, and same for the small first aid kit, you would have to pay only 1,500 compared to 10,000 credits. And I don't know, I think the additional 30 seconds is a pretty good trade-off if you want to save credits. Now there's also a technique to even decrease this discrepancy between both consumables. So if you are really into it, then you can train practicality, and this will decrease the consumable cooldown time by 10%. So with your small, let's say, repair kit, you would have a cooldown time of 81 seconds compared to 60 seconds for the large one if you would fight against an opponent which has a large repair kit and which would not use practicality, of course. But then it's only 21 seconds. So in my opinion, the best way to save credits in every battle is if you play with small consumables. Of course, if you are playing in a competitive mode like Onslaught, go ahead and use the large repair kit and the large first aid kit and also the automatic fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher is a little bit different because it works automatically, and it's only used if you are set on fire. Fine, in my opinion. I think I want to sell all my large fire extinguishers because I want to make credits, and furthermore, if I get set on fire, I'm relatively quick to push the 4 key in my case. And so I only lose about 100 to 150 damage if I get set on fire, so no big deal for me. And once again, with this setup, I'm able to save credits. As I just said, during a battle, you want to use standard ammunition as much as possible. So in order to do that and still be successful, you have to find out the weak spots of the tanks. In general, tanks have a very weak lower hull and then some other weak spots like cupolas. So for example, this is the BZ-75, the Chinese tier 10 heavy tank. And even those heavily armored heavy tanks do have their weak spots, at least most of them. So go ahead and find out the weak spots of those tanks. And you can use the phenomenal website tanks.gg in order to find out the weak spots. Simply go to the full list, for example, then pick a tier, pick a tank, heavy tank, and then, for example, Chinese, and then go ahead and select your tank, and then go to the 3D model and click on live, because then you can see the color depending on the chance of penetration compared to the standard ammunition. You can, of course, select the other types, for example, the premium ammunition. You can also compare this tank against the ammunition of another tank. So, for example, if you pick the, let's say, medium tank, tier 10, let's say German, here you go, let's say Leopard 1, and then this tank is compared to the ammunition of the Leopard 1. In this case, it is 278 millimeters of penetration. So, as you can see, the weak spot are, in this case, the lower hull, as I just said, the cupolas, but then also sometimes those tanks do have some fancy weak spots. For example, if they play hull down, and if you use the premium ammunition, in this case, then this becomes a weak spot. If you compare this tank against its counterpart, so let's reselect the BZ-75, and that's what I wanted to show you. So in this case, this plate here is overmatched, and so if this tank would play hull down against another BZ-75, then you could, for example, overmatch this portion here. So all I want to say is go to tanks.gg, select the 3D model, and try to understand where the weak spots of the tanks are, because this lets you use standard ammunition and still make damage, because you know the weak spots that you can pen even with your standard ammunition. Another example is the Conqueror, which is pretty much seen as an hull down monster. So the hull is penetrable, of course, but if this tank uses its 10 degrees of gun depression, then not only does it hide its cupola, but it also increases the effective strength of the upper hull. However, for example, this tank does have a weak spot next to the gun, which is right here. So you can easily pen this with the standard ammunition. Yes, of course, it's only a very small portion. Next to it, it's becoming very strong. But nonetheless, that's a weak spot that you can hit if you're playing against an hull-down Conqueror, at least at close range. And so if you know about this deficiency of this tank, you are able to pen this tank with standard ammunition. So once again, go to tanks.gg and find out the weak spots of the adversary tanks so that you are able to pen them even with standard ammunition. My third chapter is all about temporarily boosting your income. And what do I mean? I mean, if you get the chance of receiving 1 day of premium account, you should consciously use it, because you will earn more credits. And so the first question is, how can you get a day of premium account? There are multiple options. First of all, you can accomplish missions. So there are lots of missions, especially the daily missions that you can accomplish. And sometimes if you have completed enough missions, you get a day of premium account for free. You simply have to play the game, you have to accomplish missions, and if this bar is then full, so to speak, then you will get 1 day of premium account. This happens here and then, and so you only have to play World of Tanks in order to get 3 days of premium account. Furthermore, you can play the campaign, and then sometimes you even get a day of premium account. For example, this light tank mission, if you accomplish it, then you get 1 day of premium account. If you accomplish the if you complete it with honors, then you get another day of premium account. Next option to get a free day of premium account is to participate during the Battle Pass event. Simply play the game and progress during the Battle Pass in a chapter. There's only one tip I want to give you, and this is only unlock the level where you get a day of premium account if you have the time to play World of Tanks for the next 24 hours. So for example, if you are playing chapter 1 and if, let's say, with reaching level 10 or with accomplishing level 10, you would get a day of premium account. If you are close to accomplishing level 10, but you do not have time for the next 24 hours to play World of Tanks, then simply switch the chapter. That's what you can do for free in World of Tanks. Go ahead and switch the chapter to, let's say, chapter 2 or chapter 3 and continue to play chapter 2 or chapter 3 and come back, switch back to chapter 1, let's say 2 days thereafter, once you have finally time to play World of Tanks again, to then consciously use the day of premium account. This way you can basically choose when you want to, let's say, accomplish this respective level and when you want to use the day of premium account. And finally, the last tip I have for you is go ahead and create a Twitch account. Create yourself a Twitch account, and then the only thing you have to do is go to twitch.tv and watch one of the YouTube CCs in order to get Twitch drops. So for example, click on, let's say, Des Games, and then you can basically go here and then click on drops, and then you see once drops are available, you can then basically progress simply by watching those streams. And sometimes you get a day of premium account as simply for watching those streams. So when do you get premium days or days of premium account for watching Twitch? Well, this is released by Wargaming, so simply follow the Wargaming news, and sometimes there are events like this one here, so the Clan Showdown Finals, for example, and then you only have to follow those streams. Simply click in and watch those streams, because as you can see here, the bonus for watching this stream for 240 minutes is 1 day of premium account, completely for free. Twitch is completely for free, and then watching this stream is also completely for free. And so this is a very useful way to get 1 day of premium account. Now, if you are lucky and if you have managed to get a day of premium account, there are basically 2 things that you should do. One option is to play your stock tank and to make a stock grind, because if you have a day of premium account, you get additional XP and you will get rid of the stock situation sooner if you play your stock tank during a portion in which, or during a period of time in which you have a day of premium account available. Keep in mind that you can also apply a bonus for a victory if you have a day of premium account. You can of course also play a tank if you want to collect XP to unlock the next tier tank. So for example, if you have the Leopard PTA, the German tier 9 medium tank, and if you want to unlock the Leopard 1, then go ahead and play this tank, because you will reach the tier 10 tank earlier, simply because you will make more credits in the game. You can also use your boosts and use additional free XP, but then also this combat XP to boost your XP, your amount of XP that you make during the battle. Now, the second option that you have if you have a day of premium account is play your premium tanks. And as this video is about making credits and about World of Tanks economy, that's my recommendation for you. So if you do not want to grind a particular tank, then go ahead and consciously use the day of premium account in order to play a premium tank in order to make credits, because premium tanks will make more credits obviously compared to regular tech tree tanks. Go ahead and select the boost for additional credits earned in a battle in order to make even more credits. And if you are lucky, if you are in a clan and if the clan can activate the clan boosts, then you will have an additional bonus on your credit income. So this is my recommendation for you, and we'll now take a look and play a game and see how many credits we can make with only one game with a day of premium account, with my personal reserve, and then also with the clan reserve. And just keep in mind, obviously you want to play top tier or high tier premium tanks because they make more credits compared to low tier tanks. So go ahead and play a tier 9 tank like the Toro. Go ahead and play tier 8 tanks. If you do not have any tier 9 or tier 8 premium tanks, then go ahead and play tier 7 or tier 6 premium tanks. And if you do not have any premium tank whatsoever, feel free to donate about, I don't know, 10 to 15 euros to Wargaming and get yourself a premium tank, a tier 6 premium tank, which is relatively cheap, but which also makes more credits during the game. Alright, so quick battle with the DZT-159. Of course, we are playing with a lot of standard ammunition with 26 shells, as we are in a we're in a low tier situation. Nonetheless, with the premium tank, I want to make credits. We are furthermore playing only with the small consumables, so with the small fire extinguisher, small repair kit and small first aid kit. And right now I want to go to where I usually go, except if I play in an insanely strong hull down tank with good gun depression. Yes, the turret armor of this DZT-159 is insanely good, however the hull is not, and also this tank does not have 10 degrees of gun depression. I believe it's only 7 or so. So I will go to the city and help my team to win the city. Fortunately, we get support with from the IS-7 and also the VZ-55, which is nice. And so let's now see how it goes. So I do not want to use the boost because there's no point in rushing into this position, because then I would have to wait until adversary tanks arrive anyway. So let's save the boosts for later on. So I will wait here, I will aim in my gun, and then I will wait for an adversary tank to make the first mistake. IS-7 is making pressure, no problem, he's the top tier tank. He has support of the VZ-55, which is great. Two top tier heavy tanks can absolutely push together. That's not a problem at all. And due to the fact that the UDAS 1516 is also making pressure, we now need to advance, because after all we want to make damage in order to make credits, right? Okay, so Selma has emptied his clip. Okay, there's the Badger 25 TAP making pressure on the UDAS 1516. So we want to rush into this position in order to help out the UDAS 1516. Hopefully this guy will empty its clip onto the UDAS, and now first damage for us. Nice, and he's taken out of the game. You know, during holiday ops, games are relatively quick. We want to make sure that we get enough damage in order to make credits. So we want to go the long way around in order to not be susceptible to crossfire from the middle. This is why I want to go in between those buildings right here. Can I get a shot onto the Patton, the tank? No, I cannot. Okay. So you know what? Let's glance around the corner where the UDAS is located. As I'm still full HP, so let's see how the game goes. Here you go. Let's try to fully aim in this gun, because otherwise we will most likely not hit our shot. 441 damage onto the Toro. He's taken out. Excellent. And can we get another shot onto the Batchat? We need to fall back. No, unfortunately not. You know what? 5-1. The game is on the winning side, and we now need to hurry up. Fortunately, I have saved my boost, and now I want to go to a position out of which I can not only make damage but also spot for my team in order to boost my result and in order to make more credits. So I am going to use all my boosts here. You know what? No, let's first of all take a shot onto the UDES 03. Here you go. Aiming in. Nice. 466 damage. This gun smashes so hard. Okay, this tank is taken out. And you know what? We'll now hurry up and once again be the tank brawling against the other tanks which are remaining. And you know what? I think with my insanely strong turret armor, we can even brawl against the IS-4. So let's see. Okay, as soon as he has taken a shot, I will try to take a shot by myself. And I think I cannot pen the turret armor, but I can pen the cupola. It is very small, however, out of a distance of, what is it, 5 meters. That's not a problem at all. So let's try to hit his cupola again. Okay, can I take it? No. I need to fall back. As you saw, there was a green pen mark. Okay, Cobra is making pressure. Okay, unfortunately, I bounced this shot. I need to hurry up to make more damage. So, you know what? Let's simply use the boost. Here you go. Bam. And 233 damage. Now, let's use the boost against the gorilla. So, he's now not shooting my tank because I'm face-hugging him. Those two tanks are destroyed. 2,700 damage. Let's make a shot onto the Toro. He is AFK as it seems. And maybe we can get one more shot onto him. No, he's taken out. Okay, maybe one last shot onto the object 277. No, he's also taken out. Okay, yeah, I think that was it. Will not get any more damage of the onto the what was it? The forgot the name of the tank. It was the Cobra. But in the end, 3.2k damage. And let's now take a look at the result. So this is the result, 176,000 credits, 3.2k damage, just a little bit of assisting damage. And overall, we earn 88,000 credits. Of course, we get the Holiday Ops bonus and then the Personal Reserves bonus. Overall, 176,000 credits, 0 credits for resupplying the consumables, and a battle with only 5 minutes. So a decent result overall within only 5 minutes. Here's another result of another DZT battle, 179,000 credits. In this case, 2.7k damage, 900 assisting damage, and then overall basically the same result, about 80,000, 90,000 credits. Once again, only the resupply for the standard ammunition, nothing for the resupply of the consumables, and then overall 161,000 credits. And of course, you will not get the Holiday Ops bonus throughout the year, only during Holiday Ops event. However, next to the, or in addition to the Personal Reserves bonus, you will get the Clan Reserves bonus if you are playing in a clan and if the clan activates the reserve. So that is then basically comparable to the Holiday Ops bonus. And overall, you can see the efficiency of playing with the Premium Day alongside with the Personal Reserves bonus, alongside with then either Holiday Ops bonus or with the Clan Reserve bonus. My last chapter, chapter number 4, is about general tips and tricks and some general guidance. So what can you do in order to save credits in World of Tanks, like in general? A good way for saving credits if you want to purchase tanks is to apply the bonus that you can get during Holiday Ops event. During Holiday Ops, there's most of the time, at least that's what happened last season and the seasons before that, you can complete a challenge. The last season or the last Holiday Ops event, you could complete the Jason's challenge, and with completing those challenges, you can get a discount that you can apply to the tier 5, tier 6, tier 7, tier 8, tier 9, and tier 10 tank. And so if you apply this bonus, then you can save lots of credits if you then finally unlock and purchase the particular tank that you put the bonus on. So for example, I get an 80% discount on the Zoo 85, the Russian tier 5 tank destroyer, and I also applied the tier 6 discount on the Su-100. Then further on, the discount will be a little bit reduced. So for example, 50% on the tier 7 tank, and then 40% on the tier 8, 30% on the tier 9, and then finally 20% on the tier 10 tank. However, this is a great way of saving credits. So let's check out the tech tree. And if we go to the Russian tech tree, then you can see that if I would purchase the Su-8, sorry, not the Su-8, but where's it, the Su-85, I would have to pay only 82,000 credits, close to 83,000 credits instead of, or compared to 414,000 credits. So a huge discount that I can use in order to save credits if I want to purchase and bring new tanks into my garage. You can save a lot of credits if you purchase your tank during a period of discounts, so when they are top of the tree. So currently the tech tree line which leads to the tier 10 mouse in the German tech tree is top of the tree. And with this you can save 50% of the credits if you purchase one of those tanks, of those low tier tanks during this period of time. And you can save 30% for all the top tier tanks. So for example, you can purchase the Tiger P for 976,000 credits compared to about 1.4 million. So you can save a lot of credits. And this is especially useful for your tier 10 tanks. So what I would recommend, if you, let's say, have unlocked a tank that you do not want to play very, very urgently because you, I don't know, are into playing this kind of tank class, then wait until this tank enters top of the tree, because then you can purchase this tank with a huge discount. Multiple times during the year, about let's say 4 times or so, there's a huge discount in World of Tanks. So for example, between December 29th and January 3rd, 24-25, there's a 50% discount. As you can see, 50% credit discount on equipment and 50% discount on consumables. There's also 50% gold discount on crew training and retraining, and also 50% gold discount on crew perk reset. However, the discount on equipment and consumables is what is super, super important. So hopefully you have saved enough credits, you know, millions of credits, in order to be able to purchase consumables and equipment for your tanks, for, you know, to set yourself up for the whole year, or at least for the next upcoming month. So how does it look in my garage? If you've watched my previous video about the Toro, you could see that I had about 15 to 16 millions of credits, and now I only have 2.2. This is because I purchased equipment and consumables for approximately 14 million credits. And keep in mind, with my 50% discount, I basically saved 14 to 15 million credits. And so I'm set up for success for the next upcoming month. So the first thing I did, and this is in my opinion the most important thing, is I purchased small repair kits and then also small first aid kits. So as you can see, I have 1,700 small first aid kits, and then also 1,900 small repair kits. And I also purchased small fire extinguishers, so I have 1,452 of them. And this will bring me this will be enough for the next month at least, maybe even for the next whole year, for sure, until the next event will start. So I am set up for success, and I am saving 1,500 credits during each battle with my equipment that I purchased during this period of discount. Now, as far as equipment goes, in my opinion, you should have a stock of equipment, so that if you get a new tank in your garage, so let's say you are grinding a tech tree line, so for example the Leopard 1, and you have the Leopard PTA in your garage, and then you want to purchase the Leopard 1. Of course, as the Leopard PTA is a very strong tank and it is fun to play, you do not want to sell this tank, so you cannot simply put your equipment from the Leopard PTA onto your Leopard 1 because you want to continue to play the Leopard PTA on tier 9. So this is an example where you need new equipment for your new tier 10 tank. And so you do not want to purchase a new gun rammer for 600,000 credits, but you want to simply put a gun rammer onto your Leopard 1 which you have purchased with a discount. So this is why purchasing equipment during this period of discount is very important, at least in my opinion. And so what you want to do is you want to have a stock of equipment, and of course you want to have more equipment, which is, you know, the more important equipment. And of course you can afford to have less equipment which is not as important, so for example like camo net. So what you want to have for sure is gun rammer, and keep in mind that we need to go to store. Keep in mind that there are different types of classes of equipment. So for example, if you click on gun rammer, you can see that there's gun rammer class 1. This is the more expensive one, and this is what you can mount on your top tier tanks. And then there's the gun rammer class 2, which is less expensive. However, you can only mount this, or this is basically for your low and mid tier tanks. So what you want to have at least is you want to have a couple of, let's say 3 or 4 gun rammer class 1s, so that if you unlock a top tier tank, that you can put such a piece of equipment onto your tank. The most important equipment, in my opinion, is gun rammer. If you are into playing lights or even mediums, then it's commander's vision system. A vertical stabilizer is always very important. Just keep in mind, if you're playing tank destroyers, you will not be able to mount a vertical stabilizer onto your TD. Then of course coated optics is always very important. Vents is always super important. Keep in mind you can only mount vents onto a tank which has a closed turret, so not on top, for example, of a Gorilla 15. Turbocharger is nowadays super important because mobility is what World of Tanks nowadays is all about. And then improved hardening if you are playing a heavily armored medium tank or a heavy tank or maybe a tank destroyer in World of Tanks. But maybe you also want to have some pieces of the less important equipment. So for example, a low noise exhaust system for lights, maybe some improved aiming, maybe some modified configurations, and then also for TD certainly some improved rotation mechanisms. And as you can see, I purchased enough equipment so that I am set up for the next month, which are coming up, so that I can put enough equipment on all the new tanks that I want to purchase. Now, it is super important to not sell your tanks during a period of discount. So currently the line of the British TDs which lead to the Badger is top of the tree. So you can purchase, let's say, the AT-15 with a huge discount, with 30% discount. But if you have this tank in your garage, you do not want to sell it, because as this tank is in discount currently, you will earn less credits for selling this tank at the current time in World of Tanks. Same applies for your equipment and consumables. So if you had purchased the equipment during the period of discount, so let's say for example gun rammer, and if you would sell this gun rammer, then of course you would earn less credits for selling this gun rammer, as it is in a discount currently. So overall, if you sell equipment and consumables and tanks and whatnot, you want to make sure that you do not sell this equipment during a period of discount. This can happen during top of the tree. So for example, you grind your line and you had played the AT-15 and now you finally want to purchase the Tortoise that you can purchase with a discount, and then you finally want to get rid of this piece of kaku, as some YouTubers say, and you want to sell it because you want to move over to the Tortoise. But keep in mind that you should not sell this tank right now, but wait a couple of weeks until the time of this tech tree showcase is over. so that you can basically sell this tank not for the full price, because you always get less credits for selling equipment and tanks, but at least you can sell it without a huge reduction in the price that you get for selling this tank. Alright, so those were my tips and tricks and my recommendation for boosting your World of Tanks economy. Now, what do you think about this topic, and what do you think about my chapters and my recommendations? Do you think they were useful? Do you think they are do you think they make sense, and do you apply them? Do you maybe already apply them in World of Tanks? Feel free to write a comment down in the comment section. Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, here is a bonus code, basically an invitation code. If you create a new World of Tanks account, simply follow the instruction and you will get 7 days of premium account. You will get 500 golds, 300,000 credits, and the Excelsior UK premium tank, all for free. However, only for a new World of Tanks account. So the rest is displayed right here, as well as in the info box. And yeah, thanks for watching. And once again, this code is a one-time code, so only the first one using this code will get all those bonuses. Alright guys, that was it for today with the video about boosting your economy in World of Tanks. Did you find this video helpful? Do you think it is easy to always have enough credits in World of Tanks? Just leave a comment in the comment section down below. And as always, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. This really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. If you find this video extremely helpful, then feel free to support me via Super Thanks. This way you can make a one-time donation. You just have to click this button underneath the video. If you adore this channel and you want to consistently support me, then consider subscribing to my channel or become a member, once again with the click of a button underneath the video. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time in another World of Tanks video.